Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you some of my favorite old games from back in the day when my computer was a slow piece of shit from a pawn shop. Okay, first off, we got probably one of the first PC games anyone from my generation ended up playing, and that's Doom, the very first one. It had like three different little games in it, I guess. And I remember playing through the first two, never making it through the third one, which I think was called Inferno, which the first level one, Inferno, even on the easiest difficulty, was very, very hard. And I remember hearing about people or eventually seeing people once I got internet that was fast enough to watch videos for where people would play on the hardest difficulty and beat Inferno, and that was like Dark Souls for me back then. I was like, holy shit, this guy's good. But yeah, this game was tons of fun. I sunk many hours in on this on PC, and then eventually I got it on Super Nintendo where the blood was green and shit like that. It was really awesome though. This game, legendary for a reason. The new games are awesome, different feel, but I like how they kept the same sort of music in the new games and the revamps and stuff like that. It always reminded me of like Metallica riffs and shit like that. If you've only played the new ones, go back and play the original ones. There's so many mods out there. Like there's mods where you can actually look up and down. They add some weapons, make it feel a little more modern, but play the OG if you can. There's also like there's crazy mods for this now. Like there's this really eerie mod that honestly creeped me out a little bit called My House or something. There's videos all over YouTube about it. If you don't want to play it or if you don't want to install the mod, just go watch the videos on My House. It's super fucking creepy mod of Doom. Well, that's Doom. Fucking go play this. Okay, next up on the list, Age of Empires. Now, this game is another game I sunk hours and hours into. I don't even know where I got most of these games. CDs from pawn shops, most likely. I, because I remember I only got like one or two games a year. It was like on Christmas, mainly Christmas, I'd get like two games, me and my brother would. But yeah, me and my brother used to play the hell out of this game. Like my strategy was, I don't know if it was cheap, and if I was playing someone online, if I even had that capability. I'm not even sure if the first one can play online, but I would advance. I would just like gather as many resources as I could, and then I would advance enough to make a temple, and then I'd just produce tons of priests, and then I'd just send army of nothing but priests, and I'd start converting everybody, and then I'd just convert an entire army, convert other people's barracks, make more priests. I would just like do that over and over until basically I would convert the other civilizations. That's what I would do. I think I played the newest one, and I was like, all right, time to convert everybody with the priests and stuff like that. And then what was real disappointing in the newer one was when I actually got the priest, you could only like make like one priest or something like that, and you couldn't even convert like constantly. You would have to go around the map and find like a relic, and then after you found a relic, you could convert like one building or like a couple of people. And honestly think they nerfed the hell out of the priest because, in my opinion, the priest was goated. Maybe I'm a complete moron, but love this game. The little fishing boats, the little attack boats, it was awesome. I really, really enjoyed this game. If I think these games are on Steam, go back and play the first one. Everybody said the second one's better, but by the time the second one, I guess, came out, I was off playing other stuff. So great game, Age of Empires. For this game, I'm not really sure if this was on PC. I mean, it had to be, but I played it on PlayStation 1 and it's Armored Core, the very first one. I thought it was so cool because you could customize your own robot. I totally sucked at this game. I would make either a robot that looks like this or a mech, whatever you want to call it. And or I would make a mech with like spider legs because I was like, oh hell yeah, fucking spider, right? But I think that's like the worst design that you can make is spider legs. But I'd play through it. I just blow shit up. It was one of the first games where I was actually able to build anything like this. Like I didn't know of any other games at the time where you could like create characters really, other than like maybe some, pro wrestling games. But this was much crazier because you could make crazy legs, put little guns all over it. It was a fun time. I tried playing the newest one by From Software, if I'm not mistaken. And, you know, I can't get good. I'm too old. I can't get good. I think I played through half of Bloodborne and actually got it, but anything From Software, I mean, you guys handle that. I stink at it. Okay, next up, it's got to be one of the greatest of all time. A lot of these I feel like really set the path for games in the future. And Elder Scrolls 3, I think it's the third one, Morrowind, is still up there. It's still up there. It had so many things that no other game I ever played before had. It had a huge open world. You could talk to like tons of people. You could steal like anything, and that was something that you couldn't do. Like the only other game I remember being able to really steal in was, what is it, like Zelda games or whatever, and the shopkeeper, you would like make him look away and then take something. But this was awesome. I really enjoyed this. I stunk at it because I would like get off track and I'd be like, I don't know where to go anymore. I don't know, at the time it was difficult for me to follow. So I ended up just doing stuff like trying to steal everything on the planet or trying to off everyone on the planet. And I remember a couple of things I remember doing, like, I don't know if it's a glitch. Oh yeah, there's like that potion or something you would take, and then it would just like shoot you like a million miles in the air. It's like a potion you find, and it just shoot you a million miles in the air. I don't know if that's just like a troll or something they put in the game, or if you're actually able to do something with that, but that was really funny. And then at one point, I just like got my level up enough so that I could break into Vivek's temple, and then I offed Vivek, and I think that like broke every storyline or the main storyline, so I didn't really finish it. But yeah, I just went through this game doing random stuff, just trying to get rich, just trying to steal stuff, just trying to level up. I don't remember if I even finished one mission in the game, honestly, other than maybe the very first one. But yeah, you know it. You love it. The one that set the way for the ones in the future, Elder Scrolls Morrowind. Okay, another legendary game. Another one just like Age of Empires, where I think the second one was more renowned. Like more people liked it. I think maybe the second one, a lot of people played online. Maybe the third one. I don't know. I don't know anything past the first one. I just remember seeing this game and being like, oh, this is like Age of Empires, but with space, robots, and fucking aliens. This is awesome. So I poured a good amount of hours in this game. Any game back then where you could upgrade stuff was really novel to me. So being able to produce troops, upgrade, it was always something new. It wasn't just like the fucking Mario games where you had like three powers you would get, or something like that, and nothing new really ever happened. So this game is still goated. I think, this and Age of Empires, if you can go back and just try it out, it's super fun. I know one of them, people played a lot online and enjoyed it. This has a die-hard fan base for sure. And what's crazy is I think the fan base of this is like way bigger than Age of Empires fan base ever was, but they kept pumping out Age of Empires games and not pumping this out. I don't know who made this. I don't think it was like Microsoft like Age of Empires, but yeah, if it wasn't, that makes sense. But yeah, this is an awesome game. StarCraft. It's StarCraft 1. Okay, last but not least, Blood. This is, to this day, still one of my favorite games of all time. You get out of the grave, he says, I live again, just like Evil Ash from Army of Darkness. There's so many horror movie references in this game. Like, You go in here, there's Eric Draven's grave from The Crow. It was the first game I played where it was like a first person shooter where you could look up and down. And I mean, look at that little quick swap menu or whatever. That's awesome. The little minion you saw, that reminds me of the little minions of the Tall Man from the Phantasm horror movie series. And yeah, you had dynamite. I'd never used like grenades or dynamite and anything. Morningside Funeral Home. That's from Phantasm. And it says Funeral Home Hell. It was just super cool. These little guys, I think they had like Tommy guns. You can set people on fire. You can blow, when you blew someone up, when you blew a zombie up, his body parts would fucking fly everywhere. And then another thing is like, I think in the second level is, or one of the levels, I'm not sure if it was the second one, but there's like a carnival and there's a bunch of zombies in this big open carnival field. And I blew up a zombie and their head will be laying there. And if you run up to their head, your guy will just like kick the head. And there's this like carnival game. I'm not sure if it was like basketball or something like that, but I kicked the zombie's head. I'm just like, I'm going to kick the zombie's head in this thing. And I kicked it in there and I unlocked a secret area. It was super cool. Oh, yeah. Look at this guy. He's got the double. You could blow up walls. It was just like, I don't know. I never played like Quake or anything like that, but like I think Quake you could look up and down. It was super fast paced, but this was like if you've never played Blood, I think Blood is like the game that all these boomer shooters that are coming out, these new boomer shooters, sort of look back on. Those zombie capsules, that's like Return of the Living Dead. Like so much cool shit in this game. So many cool little secrets, so many cool horror movie references, super fun gameplay. Yeah, if you see this game on Steam anywhere else, check it out. It's probably one of the greatest first person shooters of this era, in my opinion. Well, that's all I got for you today. I got some honorable mentions, maybe Mech Warriors. I sucked at that. It was like Mech Warriors 3. I would eject. I'd get blown out of the mech and then I would never be able to get back in again. Besides that, there's some other random crap that I couldn't find, like some roller coaster simulator, and that shit would crash all the time. But yeah, these are some old games. Go check them all out. They're all still pretty good, except for Armored Core probably isn't, but the rest of them, super awesome games to play even these days. If you watch to the end, thanks for watching. If you got any old games around this 1900s, 2000s, whatever time period this is, throw them in the comments below. I'd love to check them out. I'd love to try to play some of them if they're actually available anywhere and I don't have to use DOSBox or anything like that to play them. Thanks for watching. Bye.